Hello, this is InfoPlay. My name is Ekene Sean. InfoPlay is this program that gets you both the high and the mighty information as well as the commonest, the simplest information you could find. We could go as complex as rocket science as well as, as simple as the sugar and the salt you use every day. On today's InfoPlay, we have gone to the street to feel the pulse of the people. And this is what we are talking about. Listen to me. The advent of electricity can be traced to the efforts of many researchers and inventors, such as Benjamin Franklin, Michael Faraday, Thomas Edison, and William Gilbert. The National Electric Power Authority was the body responsible for electric production and supply in Nigeria, but now has been renamed PHCN. However, many individuals in Nigeria are not interested in the name it bears. All they care about is the services it renders. On InfoPlay today, we have gone out to the street, like I told you earlier, to feel the pulse of the people. Some call themselves the masses. We've gone out to feel the pulse of the people. And today, I have on my set one of my colleagues. He is the presenter of Global Business Review as well as Security and Safety Today, Ito Imo, the very erudite and informed Ito Imo.
Thank you so much, Ekene, for having me on your show.
Yeah, we usually are not here on set together.
Well, this is our first time.
It's our first time. There's always a first, right?
And we hope there is an extinguisher somewhere in case there is fire.
There's not going to be fire.
Yeah.
But come and say, I dreamt of fire.
Really? Well, maybe it's because you mentioned security and safety now. And I said, look, we need an extinguisher here.
Exactly. But this is not security and safety. This is InfoPlay, and we're talking about electric power supply. The advent of electricity has been over a century. But we're still battling, struggling with, in this region, with having even some level of constant power supply.
I would want to disagree first in this region because in this region, I want to believe you're talking about the sub-Saharan Africa, which means we're looking at the western part of the continent. Okay. And don't forget that we do have countries in that region who have been celebrating power in the last 10 to 15 years. Okay. Now, in the case of Nigeria, one thing, and that's the political will. We've had 52 to 53 years of independence. We pride ourselves to be the giant of Africa. You know all those accolades. But we are. You know all the accolades. We produce, we have the highest gas reserve in the world, the 7th largest producer of crude oil, and a whole lot. And then yet, we have these commodities or this component that can actually give us power, which we, like you mentioned in your intro, we've been struggling in the last 20 years. And then we've had successive governments come in, make promises of steady power supply, that Nigeria in the next 3-4 months, we will be transmitting as much as 3,000, 4,000 to 6,000 megawatts. Okay. But as we speak right now, Ekene, right now, the power situation in the country has dropped. Well, I remember we talking about it off camera, and I said that part of why there are issues in the privatization, I don't know if we can talk about it now, is that some of these state-owned power plants were given out at a giveaway price, just like the last person mentioned now. Okay. And this is really bringing out a lot of issues between the Edo State government, Ekiti State government, and even in Delta. They are believing that, look, if we have sunk so much money or funds into the building of an independent power plant, how come the government is taking it over and selling it at a giveaway price? You know, it also boils down to the sincerity of the leaders. If we were to be enjoying a steady power supply, just like we've been praying for, and I think a lot of people, a lot of heads will have to roll. Let me use that term. a lot of people will be removed. The same thing the former Minister of Power did before we started enjoying the constant in quote now, constant in quote because right now it's still not constant. You know, the constant then, before the then Minister of Power, Professor Bath Naji, left office. Because why? He stepped on some toes. Who actually, look, we have the manpower, we have the capabilities to even generate and transmit as much as 30,000 megawatts.
But now, this is my question. You know, we could get all real political. And get really tough. But is there something that an individual, now I'm not talking about what they should do because we'll get to the solution. Now, is there something an individual could just do to even improve his own power supply? As an individual, wherever you're staying, is there something that we could do at all? Apart from generators.
Well, really, there is nothing one can do because the power thing is solely with the government. And if you're that rich or wealthy enough and you feel you can actually generate your own power, of course we have the inverters out there. People are making use of it. We have the solar panels are coming into the Nigerian market. You know, these are equipment that you can get and generate your own 24/7 power.
Well, I know a lot of people are already doing that.
Yes,
quite a number.
Particularly companies.
Companies already doing
organizations are doing
But the thing is still, there's still improvement. There's still, from what we heard, we have some areas that it's already been improved.
Can you remember I told you that you can have this power constantly in your own locality? And I wouldn't. Maybe because the sub-power station in my own locality needs to be upgraded. And then don't forget also that the current power that is being generated right now is running as much as 4,000 megawatts. And which means if it runs for 24/7 on an ordinary cable, a cable that usually fills power for, let's say, 6 hours in 3 days.
I'd like you to check us out on our website, www.loveworldplus.org. We've got a lot there for you. And I'll see you next time. Take care of you.